Okay, cool. Hey guys, doing some technical stuff behind the scenes here, so I'll be right with you, just 30 seconds. Good time to get your waters. Okay, what a day. All right, we're good to go. So, all right, let's get things started here. So, today is September 19th, 2023, and we are here in our upgraded offices. Just kidding. But we are here on our weekly coherence meditation that we do every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. We hold these on our live Zoom calls. So for the lag-free experience, please feel free to join us over here on our Zoom. And the link for the Zoom weekly meetings are found at freedomsnap.org/Seth. There's also a link there that you can add to your device's calendar. Our main YouTube channel is the Cosmic Gaia Community channel. So the youtube.com/@Cosmic Gaia Community. We restream to YouTube as well as a few Facebook platforms. So if you're over there, hello, welcome aboard. If you can also, while you're over there, please give a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to all of our updates, and we look forward to seeing you every here on Tuesday at 6 p.m. So today's meditation, I'll just let you take off on that, Seth. I know that we've been going back and forth on the topics, and I think today actually begins a good series to, expand on what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago with like the trauma stay and everything. So I'll give it off to you. So welcome.
You know what, too, I want to mention to everybody, Greg and I were talking about this, but we're pretty much going to start the meditation without much conversation before or after, because we want to respect everybody's schedule and stuff like that. So we won't be saying much, and then we'll get right into the meditation and then probably hang up, and we might talk after or make a plan to talk another day, because that is important too, but we'll figure it out and we'll let you guys know. What else? Was there something else, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, the first maybe like 10 minutes or so, we can just chat a little bit, but that 10 minutes, we're trying to give like some of the stragglers some room and some time to get on to start our meditations. Yeah. And then afterwards, we'll just kind of play it by ear. But sometimes these can go as long as an hour and a half, or sometimes 2 hours we've done before. So, and it's
I'll
great.
Try to keep them in
great
an hour.
Material. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's what you're saying. All the conversation makes it longer.
Yeah, but it's great conversation. I always love it.
It's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, if everybody has water to drink, or if you don't, go get whatever kind of water you have, no matter where it comes from. If it's water that you can drink, just get a cup or a glass or a bottle or whatever nearby. And we do this because when we get into these coherent states of being from the inside out, then we literally, our heart waves, our brain puts off electric energy, our heart puts out magnetic energy. And so when all of it's in tune together, we're literally creating a bio-electromagnetic field of energy that we focus on and develop within ourselves, and that we come together with our group to create even more energy, more empowered states of being while we do this. So yeah, get some water.
You got your tourmaline?
Yes, I have my tourmaline spring. And for everybody to know, we've been talking about it because we want to do topics that really have the ability to help everybody who's doing this, whether it's you guys joining us or whether it's other people doing it after the meditation is over and re-listening to it. We want to pick stuff that is really going to help people for the times that we're in and how everything's happening. And so we agreed to do addiction. We want to cover addiction, probably a series of them. Today we're going to do that. It's going to be kind of more of a general type of coherence meditation for addiction, because we know when people are doing drugs and they're addicted to it, or alcohol, they're being alcoholics, and it creates a tremendous amount of pain, not only for the person, but through the people that person has in their heart. And so addiction is such a fascinating topic because it's everything we think it is, but it's so much more than maybe we're not acknowledging, such as binge watching on Netflix or Amazon. That is it's almost like it celebrates addiction, our country, our state of being, our humanity. It celebrates addiction because that's what keeps things going. Part of what they keep things going in. So, and right? I can tell everybody's acknowledging that. So we're going to do a general form of addiction tonight. And then if anybody wants to email us or text us or anything like that with ideas of stuff, we'll gladly do that. And today we're going to kind of start early in our lives, because just thinking you're somebody doing whatever, people can get addicted to who they think they are. And a lot of that is it wasn't very long that most of us even knew who we are. We're in a place, in a world, the Western world, where it is just it's a new culture, or there isn't any culture, you could say, or it's a whole mix of cultures coming together, and that can be confusing, whereas places in Siberia or China or Japan, where they've focused on these cultures that have been with them hundreds or even thousands of years, we kind of don't have that. And that's beautiful because we have an opportunity to create harmony within us and together as a group. And that is the way we start to cause a culture to grow. This is a great topic, but we'll talk more later about it. So we're going to start at the roots, and we're going to keep it pretty general, just so it covers everybody and helps, whoever sees this or listens to it. We want to give them the opportunity to bring coherence to probably what is a very chaotic time, or family member who's just out of control, and you want to create a greater coherent field in and around you, because it absolutely will affect everybody and everything. And the more we do this, the better at it we become. And it's exciting as could be. So have your water near you. Relax your entire body, head to toe. Just scan from the top of your head down through all your body. And just let yourself almost be like an X-ray machine, where you can tune right into things that in your body that you normally wouldn't do. And as you're relaxing more, give some attention to your breathing. Slow, gentle, rhythmic breathing through the nose. If somebody wants to do it through their mouth, that's fine. But we want to keep that rhythmic, calm energy going. We're here to create that calm within ourselves and together as a group. And as you're relaxing, scanning your body for any kind of resistance or pain, just let yourself be aware of that. You don't need to focus right in on it. It's like a relaxed state of awareness, which is something that we focus on a lot with our group. You're breathing, you're relaxing. Put a little smile on your face so that you can interweave your breathing and whatever you may or may not feel in your body, whatever you want to focus on, just let that be in your awareness right now. You're breathing, you're relaxing, you're smiling from your heart by making a little smile on your face. And the more we begin to breathe rhythmically and calm, the more we have the ability to really relax our body, our brain, our heart, our gut. If we can bring this calm presence, the awareness of these big parts of our inner body, just allow yourself to feel that. And find it within yourself to really enjoy what we're doing right now. Almost like a child who's so in love and excited about life or anything. You can feel that same kind of energy. And knowing that you're embarking on a path that is going to allow you to take chaos or confusion or anxiety and literally become so calm that when we feel those types of things happening, they're kind of contracting, both individually and together, we are focusing our energy, our awareness. We're focusing on what's there, on what we can feel or that we can sense. And we're going to relax so deep so that even the things that hold us back or that we're confused about, or if we're looking out in the world and recognizing there's chaos, we're here to totally neutralize that energy and to do it in a way that we feel. And by relaxing and really allowing yourself to feel into anything that you perceive, both in your body and in the world around you, we are literally bringing coherence into chaos at a time when it is so perfect for that. Because everything is energy, as we know. And when we learn how to get into and sustain a state of harmony, of conscious coherence with this energy that is in and around everybody and everything, it's just that maybe we weren't that aware of it. Maybe the culture and everything that we come from, it didn't condition us in a way where we can become a lot more conscious. Put your attention in your heart and in the middle of your head at the same time. Don't worry. This is done in a way that you don't have to be concerned. Just bringing your attention to that, to two places at once. It helps balance all the inner energies of our being. As you're breathing, as you're relaxing, as you're feeling with that little smile through your heart, and as you are existing right now in the state that we are in, with the knowing that we can go so much deeper and so much farther than we've ever allowed ourselves to know. We come from, we exist, and we go through infinity. That means that that energy that we know is causing miraculous things to happen in our body. That is us as the person we believe ourselves to be, acknowledging that everything happening comes from something profound, and it goes to something profound, and it is profound right now, right here. As self-aware beings, we are allowing ourselves the opportunity and the gift to become better able to know what it is we truly are. And then allow the awareness of what we are, the energy pulsing through us. Allowing all those elements to come together and unite and be in harmony with your own being, with your own pain, with anything and everything. We have the ability to shift our awareness from who we think we are into what we are. And what we are is so much bigger and so much deeper than we've really allowed ourselves to know. But as we start to connect to that intentionally, more and more, memories literally start to emerge. Deja vu, you know something's going to happen before it happens. There's so many different phenomena that are natural to our being, that as we choose to just get into alignment with it and open to whatever that sensory ability is, that is infinity, eternity. But it's also here. It's now. It seemingly exists within its own time, even though there is no time. All of us focus on time. And as we were children, we're having a wonderful, amazing time. And then just like that, we take a hit. It causes greater fear in us. And we start becoming scared of our own consciousness. We begin to feel whatever it was, whether it's somebody saying something terrible or going through a long-term emotionally draining relationship with abusive people or even with loving people, we begin to form our sense of self from the intensity that these experiences cause to us at any point in our life. And you could say that the source of addiction is us becoming so attached to who we think we are that we can't see, feel, hear anything but that self-identification. And bit by bit, as we get older, the world teaches us how to focus on time. Usually there's trauma, and then there's a conditioning so that we can focus on the structures of our world and of the world in a way that's tangible. And time is a wonderful thing when we use it as a tool. But when we use it as an instrument of fear, afraid for the next year to come, feeling anxiety about some important meeting in a few weeks, or being in a healthy relationship that can suddenly become unhealthy. To be in a relationship with codependent human beings that never were taught to condition themselves with this energy causing the heart to beat. And the more you zoom out, the more you begin having compassion for those who have become so conditioned in their sense of self, focusing on finite limitations, calendrical systems. We get addicted to trauma, and then we get addicted to thought forms of limitation, pain. And sometimes when we acknowledge something really, really difficult that we went through, we start to form perception of time around that which you're perceiving. And the more we do this, the more we reinforce our focus, our addictive light focus on limitations. The words we speak, whatever language or languages we use, it becomes very easy to be attached to repetitive words, sounds, meanings. We give communication so much attention that even the way we speak starts to become enslaved by your own limitations that most likely stem from trauma or difficulty, or even just a prolonged sense of a lack of self-worth. All of these things combined can really cause us to intentionally being self-enslaved And deep down, we can sense that there's something else. But at the surface, so much attention and energy is given to the pain we have felt, the anxiety we feel, the depression, the systems of time around the world, our language. All of these things have the ability to be something really nourishing and helpful, and allow us to begin to break away from our own self-imposed or societal-imposed belief systems. Keep resting deeper in your body. And if you can feel your pulse, your heart, if you can feel your heart beating almost right in the middle of your chest, let yourself feel it. And if you are able to attune your awareness to the beat of your heart, see if you can be aware of that feeling. If you're listening to it or feeling it in the middle of your chest, let yourself feel that same pulse in the middle of your head. And as you allow yourself to be aware of it, give yourself permission to feel good, to feel joyous, to begin to feel so much gratitude for life that it causes us to be in harmony with the natural world, more than the worlds of society. We have the ability to have our sense of self be so harmonized to the natural rhythms of our body, of the space in and around everything that has ever been known by anybody. We literally have the ability to just open up so much so that the quantum field, infinity, God, we're not here to fear any of that, or we can, but we can choose to correct it. And instead of being stuck in fear, addicted to that feeling that our original drama, anything that knocked us off balance, we now have the ability to literally have so much reverence for our own existence and for life. When it comes to the deep things in life, we absolutely can make peace with it all so much. That we begin to feel and observe reverence for our lives rather than fear. We're choosing to let our fear be right where it is, while at the same time, we begin to attune ourselves to the natural rhythms of everything in and around our body. The degree that we start remembering who we really are, what we really are, and to be in that space of pure consciousness, and just to breathe and stay in that state. And you have the ability to ground that energy into your physical being. So if you're feeling the pulse of your heart in your chest, and you're choosing to feel it, or you're able to feel it in the middle of your head, let yourself be aware of both those parts together at the same time. Your heart and your brain are working closely together, just like they always have. The only difference is you're getting into a state where you can sense the feelings, that being in a state of connection to the brain, the body, spirit. And we have the ability to take these addictions, these habits that maybe we feel guilt because we spend so much time focusing on them. We have the ability, and we are exercising the ability to be so present with life, so aware of it, feeling reverence, compassion, gratitude, so that we have the ability to take who it is we believe ourselves to be and to merge it consciously in our being. We can make this expanded state of coherence. We literally have the ability to allow who we think we are to more fully merge with what it is we are. The coherent fields of our temple. These bodies are temples. All the glands, the organs, everything in and around our body is an expression of whatever it is we've been focusing on for most of our lives. Sometimes when we try to open up to the unknown, it can feel very scary. And so we retreat back, resting on the image of who we believe ourselves to be, who the world has taught us that what we are and what we're going to become. We don't have to focus on that. We can choose to be so aware of this energy. It's causing the heart to beat, of the different frequencies and living geometric fields that all of our brains, heart, lungs, stomach, pelvic floor, have the ability to slow down so much that we're offered the opportunity to create conscious coherence. And when we allow ourselves to be in a feeling like sensory state, just allowing ourselves to be aware of everything happening in our being, then all these different parts of our being start to get healthier. We get so good at being in a state of calm alertness, so that anything we are observing can be viewed in a way where our former limited self might have been focusing on. We're using our own conscious awareness to interface with who it is we think they are and who it is that that world teaches us to be. We don't have to hang on to any of the thoughts, beliefs, actions, patterns. We don't have to exist in a way where we give that more meaning just by focusing on it. We literally focus on who we think we are to the degree that it feels comfortable. We have an idea that it's easier to just totally accept who we think we are in this world, and often not break away from it. Some feel it's easier to just stay in a limited bandwidth state, and that to expand beyond or within of this parameter that we ourselves have learned, sustained inside of us, and projected out into our future. We literally can feel life, whether it's a little bacteria or an atom or a quark, whether it's galaxies, universes, multiverses. We are absolutely always in tune with all of that and more. We forgot that we can create a habit of living harmoniously just by simply breathing, smiling, feeling, very gentle thinking. We take who we think we are, we merge it intentionally into what it is we really are. We have the ability to do that so that everything we've experienced serves as a platform for our soul, for this energy. We are literally providing the ability to take limitation and interweave it with being limitless. And just by creating an intentional balance in our perception of self in this body, we literally have the ability to harmonize our own awareness with the infinite state of awareness we also are in. And bit by bit, the more you intentionally choose to sustain a state of allowance, state of harmony, of creativity, who we think we are can be so influenced with what it is we actually are. Doing that gives us the ability to view ourselves as an observer of our own life and becoming aware that something happened early in life that affected us so hard or so persistently that we allowed ourselves to just feel whatever it is, pain, trauma, sadness. We didn't know we had the ability to be aware of these things from a place of initiation, as a place of growth. But now we do. And as we're the observer of our own life, almost like we're looking at ourselves from above our head and being able to see that most of the patterns in our lives have their own rhythm. We can very much be able to track states of consciousness that we're limiting, that we didn't even know we were limiting. Take these habits of thought, feeling, language, time, trauma, pain. We can get so stuck in any of those or all of them at the same time. And then the person we believe ourselves to be is so caught up in all these different systems of awareness that, again, can be very empowering. It's just not as empowering if we fear what's on the other side. If we've chosen to let ourselves exist in a state of the familiarity, we allow ourselves to be in our comfort zone because we have a belief or a fear that to embrace how magnificent we have the potential to be, you might not feel like the world will let you be the true reflection of what you are. And now you do. And so all of the limitations, whether self-imposed or other, bit by bit, can cause you to just totally trust in life. Life is the best teacher. And when you can learn to trust life, no matter how scary it can feel, you can do that. You're setting your own ancestry, your own ancestors, both past and even future. You're bringing healing just by bringing awareness to this infinite creatively produce energy form, animating our being. We can take that and allow it to merge into what's already there. And what's already there is this miraculous field of energy that has countless names, but that even it truly has to be the greatest lesson we can experience as a soul, as an energy form. We can let it all merge together. And the more we practice, the more we get good at it, the less those patterns of limitation, of self-identification, we become so aware of the patterns and thoughts that are already happening and that have been happening since we became conscious in this form. We begin to feel feelings that don't really have names and that are opposite of all the habits and beliefs that we allow to cage ourselves. The more we focus on just being present and then sustaining it and projecting it into our future, we literally become so aware of the deep essence of life just by being in your body, feeling love for life, and then projecting that into your future. All this is a skill, and it's a skill with profound, infinite awards. When you, as the person you think you are, start to be aligned with the endless frequency that you have been, you are, and forever will be, then the attachment to all these patterns of comfort, of staying in our comfort zones, none of those patterns will have to exist, because the energy of here, now, life can literally let all the things that you maybe were a little too attached to, the field, the coherence of your body with you being conscious of it, it changes. You begin to feel trust, and that anything that has ever happened to you in your life that either caused you pain or that's causing you pain, you have the ability to be so in line with life that the perception of all these past states of beings, of belief systems, all of it becomes something that you actually appreciate. You can see why you're staying in a codependent relationship with anybody or anything. You recognize all of those things as growth factors. They are literally lessons that, if you allow yourself to be aware of, offer you the opportunity to really evolve. And remember, while we're here, and to not be stuck in all those old routine patterns of life that we all experience, embody, and emit into the world. When you can rest so deeply while gently focusing on a point of annoyance, something pestering you, or you feel physical pain, you have the ability to relax deeper than whatever it is that you feel agitating you. And when you get good, you get really good to attuning yourself to what you really are, and then allow the marriage of your perception in harmony with this greater sense of self that is infinite, that is energy, and that is totally going to continue working in ways that none of us can even begin to imagine. But that also is in complete harmony with how we perceive our life, life of others, and the world. Let's slow our breathing down a little bit. Keep it rhythmic, but just really slow. Allow yourself to feel or experience or sense what you feel like when you're completely relaxed, but at the same time, totally alert. Just allow yourself to feel into whatever it is that you're focusing on in complete relaxation. And when you get really relaxed and you let your body almost go on autopilot, you're there, or a piece of your awareness is there. But the feeling of giving your body a break, your mind a break, by doing that and getting into coherence, you become supported. And everybody has their own individual connection to how they interface with their energy, with their body. And as you get good at being aware of all that you are without any attachment, the more you're able to take these states of being, of awareness, and let them relax so much that you can feel your pulse anywhere in your body. Maybe you feel it in your little toe. Maybe you feel it in a knee. Maybe it's in your back. When you get able to be so calm with what is already empowering your awareness, you begin to feel your pulse anywhere. And after you get familiar with doing that, when you really start being able to feel your pulse anywhere, including inside your body, in the organs, when you allow yourself the awareness that is observing the world begin to merge with the innate intelligence that's already present in your being, you amplify that. And continuing to do these exercises, it allows you to get better and better. And so that when you can feel your pulse anywhere in your body, it doesn't take long until you can feel it all over your body, all in your body at the same time. And when you begin to feel your pulse everywhere, you start being able to feel your pulse in things that are seemingly external to you. And eventually you become so adept at feeling and sensing your heart beating in and around your body that you can literally feel your pulse in something else. And the more you do that, the more you're able to look at the chaos of this world and you don't question it. You know that your awareness is there to bring balance, to bring a heart-centered state of being into a crowd, into a store, in an airplane, in a cloud. The more you're able to feel your own pulse, allowing it to feel the greater rhythms and pulse of the living energies that everything is. The more we do that, the more willing we become to let go of our attachment to who we think we are. And that is freedom. It's self-liberation. You are intentionally taking your pulse, your awareness, and merge it with what is already in you. That's lighting up your nervous system. You're giving yourself permission to remember why you are here, to what the potential that exists in that. You know what your purpose is. And then you create new patterns of thought, belief, behavior, actions. You have the ability to begin to recondition yourself in the image of all you've ever felt is possible. And nobody, nothing can take that away from you. That is you choosing to be at the razor's edge of your own perceptual awareness and how that relates to the world around you. Really slow your breathing. Relax totally, like there's not even anything under you. Like you literally can fly. Your entire being is levitating. And through your gentle awareness, you're encouraging it. If you can feel your pulse in the water that you have near you, let yourself begin to feel that. And if you can't feel your pulse in it, just focus your awareness on it. And if you can feel your heart beating in your chest, allow yourself the ability to be aware of what that might feel like when you project it out of yourself. If you can feel your pulse in your chest, then you'll soon be feeling it in anything external from you. Let that water know that you have given yourself permission to move beyond all of the pain, sorrow, fear, limitation. You are giving yourself the ability to so gratefully love even the hardest things that have happened. You're giving yourself permission to know why those things happen and why they are something that actually can empower you. And you're choosing to be in a natural state of coherence with your body. You are setting yourself free and then allowing the ability to be so present with everything that's in and around you so that you begin to evolve more consciously. Let yourself plant a seed in the water that is near you that you'll drink. Plant a seed of whatever it is you feel like working on. If there's any patterns, limiting thoughts, beliefs, behaviors, actions, you're planting a seed of possibility that you can nurture and take care of, and that will reward you by watching yourself grow more, watching yourself flower, watching yourself completely crystallize. And through these amazing states of being, you can recondition yourself. Total mental disinfectant, total emotional independence. That when you embody all of that together, you're preparing yourself to have deeper capacity to learn what life is teaching you, and then to create patterns that override all the old patterns that we focused on through much of our life. We are creating new neural architecture in our body that's consisting of our intentional willingness to create coherence in and around our being. Thoughts, beliefs, feelings that are so great. All the old parts of you that you don't want become consumed by these greater fields of influence, of importance, of identification. You're choosing to identify with the frequency, bioelectromagnetic energy that you are. And the feeling of building that has the potential to be so great that it supersedes potential itself. While your eyes are closed and you're breathing rhythmically, see if you can open up or grab the bottled water that you have. Just let yourself take that water that's in your hands and put it right on your heart, in the middle of your chest if you can. It doesn't need to be touching. Literally let the water be imprinted, entrained by your willingness to grow and evolve. You can open your eyes if you want, but take some sips off the water and put a little smile on your face while you do it, if you can. You're ready. Allow the relaxed state that you're in to be alert at the same time. It's like you're building a foundation of peace, of calm, with this incredible alert state of awareness at the same time. And if you know anybody in your heart who might be struggling with things that are very difficult, or that keep engaging in repetitious behavior, focusing on who we think we are rather than what we are. And this is freedom. Take your hands, rub them together, create heat, friction, and then put the palms of your hands over each eye. And if you can see anything, if there's something internal that you can see, let yourself see it. Encourage yourself to begin to develop your ability at inner sight so deeply, so powerfully, that it becomes the third eye. And that third eye becomes the first eye. And then you realize you're evolving and I'm so aware with life. That being in that inner state of relaxed alertness becomes a habit that you choose to embody and to emit. We're going to leave this call. And if anybody has any comments, questions, anything at all, just go to one of the groups on social media where you can find us. And if you feel like sharing this with anybody for any reason, or that you know people who are struggling with addiction of any type, or yourself, give yourself permission to do a meditation like this, whether it's this one or anything that brings you self-liberation. And we will see you next week.